Hello there. We are in week number 6. So we are going right along with this semester. Not too many difficulties, I don't think. Everyone who's turning in stuff's doing a great job, and I expect that to continue with chapter 32, The Modernist Assault. So some of you might have realized we are now done with Fierro Book 5. We are now jumping into Fierro Book 6. So click on that link and you'll be good to go solving those book challenges. As you can see, the Modernist Assault is still in that 1900 to 1950 range. So even though it's modern, it is over 100 years ago to what, 70 years ago, 70 to 100 years ago. So a long time ago was quote unquote modern. As we look through this chapter, the big thing to see is modernists want to be abstract. That's the big idea. Do not be traditional or quote unquote normal. You want to make the people who are looking at this think, aka this picture right there. Look at it. You're like, what is going on? It has nothing to really do with a true painting. And this is the type of art that I have absolutely no real clue about because I really don't get it / don't really like it as much. But it is that you seek. And it all kind of starts with the idea of this new physics. So physics is starting to kind of showcase and really glorify itself as a new subject. It's challenging the old thoughts of Newton. New realms are being observed and discovered and really analyzed. Albert Einstein starts coming in here. The atomic bomb is invented during this time period. So we can see that it is now really unlocking the universe as a whole, from the tiniest particles of atoms to exploring beyond our moon and so on and so forth. So, just like everything else, poetry left the romantics behind. They are no longer doing that nice, lovely, verse that rhymes. They are doing free verse. I don't like free verse poetry because then it's just should be normal text because it doesn't rhyme. Poetry doesn't rhyme, in my opinion. But that's me. It's all about abstraction and kind of looking at other things. Haikus do show up, and some of the bigger ones are T.S. Eliot and Robert Frost. Fun fact, Robert Frost's famous poem, The Road Not Taken, is actually he was talking about how his one friend would like to just go wander through the forest and not really have a plan. So Frost was making fun of this dude as saying he is a wanderer. He kind of frustrating because he's that friend who never has a plan, never makes those decisions, just kind of goes whatever. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh shoot, now we have to go find them again. We got to pick them back up. So it's a good poem, but it's kind of making fun of that one friend who cannot make a decision on what he should do. Just like poetry, art is taking place. And like I said, this is making you think. It's kind of the weird shapes. It's kind of just once again that abstract cubism, a form of art, is starting to show here. Collage, the hodgepodge of pictures thrown together to make a bigger picture. You can see these sculptures or sculptures, a lot of different shapes put together to form bigger shapes. It's just like I said, it's not supposed to be clear. It's not supposed to be, this is exactly what I'm looking at. It's not showing the beauty of nature or the harshness of life. It's showing just what randomly things can we do. And architecture takes that same form. So now this is not the traditional house that you all drew in elementary school, the triangle with the square below it. It is different rectangles thrown at different angles, and buildings just really having a unique, different style. So basically, that's modernist assault in a nutshell. It is looking at the world and saying, we're going to be different. It's looking at the world saying, hey, anyone who wants to look at our stuff, start thinking. So this week you have this video. You have chapter 32 of book 6. So we're out of book 5. You have your reading, or your reading discussion, and your quiz over said reading. So get to it. Best of luck.